Alright, let's get into it. The way Super Shredder was moving in 2012 TMNT was absolutely crazy, and today we're going to be covering everything he did in the final 2 episodes. So, let's get into it. The scene starts off with a group consisting of Splinter, Raph, April, Casey, and Slash on the rooftop, and they're waiting for this absolute demon Shredder to show up. He comes through the ground and he's ready to put an end to his greatest enemies. Splinter and Shredder charge at each other, and Splinter tries to use his stick but he misses, and Shredder grabs his shoulder, launching him across the floor. Shredder does not give Splinter any time to breathe as he starts to go after Splinter, trying to crush him with his hands. Shredder grabs him by the tail and slams him on the ground, making him bounce and throws him across the roof, but Splinter recovers. Shredder goes back after Splinter, but Slash comes in for the save, knocking Shredder away, but Shredder repays him by clapping his head, picking him up and throwing him into the sign. Casey comes in with some explosives, which surprisingly land and makes Shredder unable to see for a few seconds. When he's able to see, he sees Raph coming in, spinning and swinging. Shredder goes after him but misses the first 2 swings and the third one gets blocked. Casey comes in, but all that happens is that he gets his hockey club broken. Raph jumps on his back and begins to do him like he said hello to someone from London. But Shredder grabs Raph and slams him down and begins to pound his face in repeatedly. He grabs his face and kicks him away like an abusive father. He hits Casey off the roof and unfortunately Casey did not make it. April, who's currently doing her best Syndrome cosplay, begins to use her telekinesis and sends rubble towards Shredder, but he only gets hit once and punches away the others. Shredder uses his claws as projectiles, which hits April in the shoulder, which sends her down. Splinter's back up and is running with a few kunai and kicks Shredder in the face and throws the kunai at him. Shredder turns around to see Raph and April laid out and decides to go after them with the projectile claw blade things, but Splinter's able to deflect them all and he falls down and Shredder begins to mock him, but Splinter's a real nigger and gets back up on his feet and jumps in for another attack. We fast forward back to this fade and currently things seem to be evenly matched. Shredder goes for a left but Splinter dodges and responds by striking him in the back, definitely giving him back problems. Shredder goes for a right, left down spike but Splinter manages to dodge them. Splinter jumps over him and does a few front flips looking like horror and kicks Shredder back and then lands a 6-piece combo. Shredder goes in for a punch that misses and Splinter cuts off the blades from both hands and this makes Shredder take a knee like it's BLM. Splinter's ready to put an end to this hating bitch, but Shredder gets his claws back and socks Splinter in the face and begins to dribble him like a basketball. Shredder comes running in and grabs his throat like an abusive boyfriend and punches him twice, throwing him into the water tower. And after all that, Splinter still manages to get up and Shredder comes in missing the swing. Splinter puts the rope around his foot, making him fall. Splinter and the others think it's over, but unfortunately, they were far from correct. Shredder comes from behind, stabbing Splinter through the chest, and throws him off the roof of the building, killing him for the second and final time. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I was crying when I first saw this. Splinter was like one of the best characters in the whole show, and seeing him gone like this brought me to tears. But now, it's time for the get back. We fast forward once again and now the Turtles and Shredder are on this roof and the Turtles are ready to put an end to this motherfucker. The Turtles jump up and begin to attack Shredder from every side. Donnie swings and misses, Leo stands in front of him but gets his swords blocked. He rolls over Raph who comes in and so does Donnie, who tries to land kicks but he blocks them. Mikey comes in, kicking him in the face and sends him upwards and in mid-air grabs Raph who tries to stab him. Man, I have no idea how Mikey just did that, but he is way too cold. Shredder kicks Raph into the fences and tries to attack him but misses, and Leo and Mikey come in from above but they also miss. And this is where Shredder starts to get the upper hand. He grabs Raph and throws him, but Raph recovers and goes back in completely missing. He karate chops Donnie, smacks Leo away, punches Raph, kicks Mikey making him spin, damn near doing spin jitsu, and gets punched away. Donnie comes back but gets his foot grabbed and Shredder makes him kiss the fences because Shredder knows that's the only kiss he's going to get in this entire series. But Mikey sets up this perfect play by making nunchucks act as a rope and Donnie hits him back making him fall. The others waste no time and start to chain him up. Donnie sends up and grabs his staff blade thing and tries to stab Shredder, but he stops it. And Donnie sees this and goes for the retro mutagen. But just like using an electro type move on the ground type, it doesn't do shit. Shredder gets back up and starts to single them out. He goes for Mikey punching him and almost sends him off the roof. Donnie tries to save him, but Shredder comes from behind and misses the punch. Donnie jumps up on the fence and Shredder kicks it, sending Donnie off the roof. Shredder kicks Leo, grabs Raph's face, slamming him once again, and throwing him through a door. Shredder turns around to see Mikey doing some random bullshit, and Mikey tries to hit him, but Shredder stops him and punches him, grabs his nunchucks, slams him, and kicks him off the roof. This man Shredder is putting them in combos. Raph comes back, jumps and grabs Shredder and tries to stab him, but Shredder gets him off. Shredder misses a swing, kicks Raph and grabs him, sending him through a wall, but somehow Raph has him now and slams his face in 3 times. And right now I know that Raph is feeling himself, but Leo comes in and Shredder backhands him and kicks Raph off the roof. Shredder goes after Leo, missing the kick, and Leo goes further up and starts looking around for Shredder. Shredder comes from behind, missing the punch, and Leo blocks the next and tries to do talk no jutsu, but Shredder is not trying to hit any of that. Shredder lands the kick, and Leo is still trying to talk and jumps up, but he gets blocked. Shredder goes for a kick, which has the same form as Levi kicking Aaron. Shredder turns the kick back, but Leo blocks. Leo goes for a swing that misses, and Shredder tries to stamp him. Leo lands another slash. Shredder misses the left, but swings it back, and Leo blocks and backflips away. But Shredder grabs him and slams Leo and is ready to end him. But Leo is still trying to talk, and surprisingly, Shredder does actually think for a second. Leo tries to attack him, but he gets his arm broken and gets punched, nearly falling off the roof. And this might look like it's the end for the TMNT. But Leo sees a vision of Splinter, and he tells him to kill this hating son of a bitch now so I can rest in peace. Leo locks in, landing 2 kicks, sweeps the leg and punches him. Finally, he grabs his sword, and with all of his rage and might, he charges at Shredder and finally puts an end to this hating son of a bitch. Alright, and that's gonna be it for another video. Subscribe if you guys haven't done so already, and make sure to follow the socials down below. And next video should be the Black Suit Spider-Man vs the Sinister Six, and hopefully I should be able to upload that very soon. 2 videos in 1 week since I missed last week Wednesday, because the audio for this video just got corrupted, so I had to redo everything all over again. But yeah, next video should be in the next few days after this one drops. So yeah, like I said earlier, subscribe and follow the Insta, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.